Angie, and you're watching Dontaesboxingnation.
But Teofimo Lopez has been out there saying, I want Devin Haney next. Hell, make him the mandatory. Let's make that fight happen next. A, do you believe him? And B, do you want that fight?
Of course, I want to make the biggest fights happen. If Teofimo Lopez is next, let's do it.
Anything he said during the week bother you?
Of course not. I stayed focused on Jorge Linares. I knew that he was a tough competitor. I focused on my game plan, and I went there and I got the job done. If Teofimo want to get it next, let's do it for all the belts. The real undisputed.
Congratulations, Devin. Brilliant performance.
Thank you.
Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? Man, what a fight. So Devin Haney, he decisions Linares. He beats him by unanimous decision, and a very entertaining fight. A fight that was filled with drama for many different reasons. Now, before I go into the fight, the first thing I want to remind you guys is I told you, I made a video about it, and I told you I thought that Linares was going to be a tougher fight for Devin than a Teofimo Lopez fight. And even though they haven't fought yet, Devin and Teofimo, I feel I've already been proven right. Let's go ahead and talk about this fight. I give Devin Haney and I give Jorge Linares a lot of credit. Devin, first of all, because Devin, he went in there, he stood right in front of Linares the whole night. I mean, he did everything, showing a beautiful jab, body shots, going on the inside, muscling Linares, pushing him back. He hurt Linares a couple times with body shots, and I don't even know if Devin was aware of it.
Good body shots by Haney. Yeah, Haney is sitting down on these power punches now. No, he's hurting Linares to the body right there. Linares holding on now.
So he was pitching a perfect performance leading all the way up to the 10th round, where Jorge Linares once again put his speed on display, and he threw a beautiful, quick 3-punch combination at the very last 10 seconds of the round, where I clearly believe, Devin had kind of relaxed just a little bit, and he caught Devin with a perfect right hand that hurt Devin really bad. For the first time in Devin Haney's pro career, we seen him stagger really bad to where he was walking back to his corner on spaghetti legs. The sequence was really analogous to when Floyd Mayweather, he got hurt by Maidana with that right hand right at the end of the bell. But the difference is when Floyd Mayweather came back in the next round, he was fully recovered as if he had never even been hurt. But Devin, on the other hand, he was actually still buzzed after he rested for 1 minute in his corner. And it took him probably half that round to recover, but the most important thing is he did recover. So he woke up about a minute and a half in that round, and he went right back to completely outboxing a very, very dangerous Jorge Linares. And then in the last round, around the last minute of the round, it looked to me like Linares, he caught Devin again with a right hand and kind of buzzed him. Now, I don't have any pictures of this actual fight, but I want to say credit to Devin Haney because he weathered the storm. He dealt with all the adversity in the world in this fight. It was a tough fight, as I predicted it would be, and he got past it. He got through it. And Jorge Linares, he showed you put him in the ring with anybody, he's going to be extremely dangerous. He's still just as dangerous as he was when he knocked down Lomachenko. I mean, once again, you have to understand, Linares is one of the hardest punchers in the division. He has a very high knockout ratio. So it's not that much of a surprise that he would hurt Devin Haney. It's not like this was Luke Campbell knocking down Ryan Garcia, because Luke Campbell, unlike Linares, was not known for his power. Linares is. In fact, that's the way he caught Devin Haney. He caught him with a combination of his power and speed because he threw a 3-punch combination, right? And he mixed that hard right hand up in there. Now, if he would have just been kind of one and done like Teofimo does when he throws counter punches, I don't think that it would have ever hurt Devin, because actually earlier in that fight, Devin was getting caught with a lot of big shots and he was taking them because it was one and done. But this time, he blended the combination, and it made it a lot harder to time the right hand or even see it coming. Now, of course, because Devin Haney is on the coincidental list, you're going to hear a lot of fans saying, oh man, Devin, he got hurt real bad. And if he got hurt like this against Linares, he's going to get destroyed. Imagine what Tio is going to do to him, etc., etc., etc. Now, let me just say this. First of all, we haven't even seen how Tio would have did against this Linares, number one. But number two, people have to remember Teofimo Lopez, we've already seen footage of him getting knocked out and knocked down in sparring with headgear and bigger gloves. So, it all depends on who you're in the ring with. This doesn't necessarily tell us that Teofimo has a much better chin than Devin Haney. We don't know this yet, but we know that Tio has been hurt with headgear. The best thing about this happening to Devin Haney is it's a better chance that now we will get to see the Teofimo fight. I'm sure that even Tio, as reluctant as he was to take this fight, watching Devin get hurt, I think it is going to give him more confidence. It's definitely going to give the fans that are defending Tio more confidence. For all you guys that's going to flood this comment section saying, oh man, there's no way he can handle Tio if he got hurt by Linares. You guys better make sure when you say that, you start pushing for this fight. You go on Tio's Instagram, all of his social media sites, and you tell him, come on, Tio, you got to fight this guy. You've seen him get hurt against Linares. You know what you could do to him. Go ahead, pump up Tio, encourage him to step in the ring and take this fight. This would be a huge fight, especially if it happens this year. It will be one of the biggest fights of the year. This will be a fight for undisputed, two of the youngest, brightest champions going head to head. This will be a huge fight, guys. And I truly believe it's going to happen next because there's nowhere else for Teofimo to go. Eddie Hearn already made it very clear he's going to offer Teofimo a lot of money. He's going to give him a huge offer to take this Devin Haney fight. And if you guys don't know, he's going to make a little bit over $3 million for the Kambosos fight. I'm almost certain Eddie Hearn is going to double that. He's going to double what Teofimo is making in his next fight. And if that's the case, Teofimo would have no excuse, no reason not to take the fight, because who else is he going to fight where he's going to even make another $3 million? Tio can't turn down this fight and then fight against some guy we never heard of or just some C-level opponent for $1 million when he has $6, $7, or $8 million on the table to fight Devin Haney for an undisputed title, right? So I'm not 1,000% sure if now Tio wants to fight more because he just watched Devin get hurt by Linares. But even if deep down he still doesn't want the fight, I mean, he's kind of trapped. He's kind of trapped. Unless he's going to take a Tank Davis fight. The only fights that would make more sense or just as much sense if he's not going to take the Devin Haney fight would be a Tank Davis fight or a Shakur Stevenson fight, which we know that's not going to happen, obviously. So I expect to see this fight. I expect there to be a lot of fireworks. I will tell you this, after watching Devin get hurt, I would give Teofimo a bigger puncher's chance. But like I was alluding to earlier when I was talking about the dichotomy from Linares and Teofimo, the difference is Linares is really good at throwing his combinations, throwing his punches in combinations, because he's throwing his punches with tremendous hand speed and power. Tio, on the other hand, he's more of a one-punch counterpuncher. And remember, every time Linares was coming back with one good hard shot, Devin was eating those shots. Never did they hurt him. He didn't get hurt until once again, Linares threw a 3-punch combination counter, right? So I don't know if Tio could duplicate Linares' success, even though Linares lost the fight. I don't know if he could land that shot and hurt Devin the way Linares did. But I definitely believe that T.O. he has a better puncher's chance in this fight. Now I'm really looking forward to seeing how T.O. he deals with George Kambosos, because I've been telling you guys that's another fight that I believe is going to be a lot tougher than Teofimo expected. Let's see how it all plays out, and hopefully, you know, if he does get past Kambosos, we get that contract signed for the real big one, which is the Dream Devin Haney versus the Takeover Teofimo Lopez. T.O. he calls himself the Takeover. This is the time to prove that's what you really are here to do. You know, another point that I forgot to mention earlier, I kind of touched on it when I told you guys it's not uncommon that you see an undefeated fighter get hurt for the first time. I mean, we've seen this numerous times. Sometimes undefeated fighters end up getting knocked out by someone like a Lennox Lewis, get knocked out by an Oliver McCall or Hasim Rockman, come back. But forget about getting knocked out. We've seen a lot of undefeated fighters get staggered and hurt really bad coming up. But a lot of times it's not against a fighter as good as Jorge Linares. You know, for example, I remember when Andre Ward, when he was up and coming, just fighting against a regular opponent, all of a sudden he got hurt, staggered, and he was hurt bad. Canelo Alvarez, when he got hurt really, really bad against Jose Cotto, Miguel Cotto's brother, right? So my point is, you can't say, oh, because Devin got hurt by Linares, just imagine what T.O. will do to him. Because if that were the case, when it came to Canelo getting hurt by Jose Cotto, then you could say, imagine what this guy or that guy would do to him. That wasn't the case. This is a learning process. Fighters need to deal with this type of adversity to become a better fighter. But I will say this, though. Now, if he would have got hurt by a pillow-fisted fighter, if Devin would have got hurt really bad by someone who wasn't known for having power, then I would really be concerned. Or if we start to see a pattern of Devin Haney getting hurt, that would be a different situation. And just a quick side note, I want to give credit to Gary Antoine Russell. I got to watch his fight, and man, he looked real impressive. I think, if I'm not mistaken now, Gary Russell, he has 14 wins, all by knockout, and he's looking real good. He's looking real good. In fact, Gary Russell Jr. is saying that he believes Gary Antoine is probably the best Russell out of all the brothers. We'll see. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Hello, my name is Dominic. I just got my procedure done here at ScalpCarolinas. I was recommended by Dontaesboxingnation, and it's real. You know, here's the results. The brother out here, Brother Enoch, is real, and it's a very, very, very good recommendation. I recommend it. 4 hours, you in, you out, and it's the rest of your life.
So if anyone in the world wants this hookup, make sure you contact my man Enoch at 704-499-3471, and make sure to follow him on Instagram. Now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LODkey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.